going to be our third episode. I also do have my lovely cast members rocking the Three the Hard Way shirts. You could actually definitely get your gear. All you got to do is either send me a request on YouTube or on IG. Shirts are going for $20 each. I'm still coming out with some more merch, so just be on the lookout for that. This is my lovely cast. You already know.
Trina Sky, sorry y'all.
Oh my gosh, she was kind of delayed. Something's wrong with her.
And we got Lisa Lee.
I'm Shay Love.
Hey, I'm light skinned baby.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So today our guest star is light skinned baby. You know what I'm saying? She just popping through. You know, everybody's on this quarantine mission, so we kind of sort of got our numbers down today. Shout out to our other cast members. I know you guys are doing what y'all got to do for y'all kids right now. So Bella Blanca won't be here tonight, and Jazzy Faye won't be here tonight, but they definitely will be tuning in later on this week. So today's topic is going to be simple, kind of sort of a Q&A. A lot of people always have questions about different acronyms in the LGBTQ community, because they've added on so many extra acronyms. So, you know, I'm going to start off with some questions. And each cast member is going to have their time to answer those questions. I mean, that's how we're going to start off the first half. Second half, you know, by then we're going to be turned, so we're going to go ahead and go in. So my first question is going to be directed towards Shay Love. That's my number one to go to.
I feel like y'all always picking on me, but go
Because
ahead.
we love your responses. No. The audience loves Shay Love.
What the fuck?
It's all love, baby.
They called on you.
They called on you. They called on you.
I don't know, but go ahead.
So,
what's your question?
my first question to you is since they started adding on extra acronyms, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know the extra acronyms that they've added. Honestly and truthfully, me being a lesbian myself, after Q, I kind of sort of just turn it off. I really don't engage in the extra acronyms because it's just too much, you know. But how do you feel about the extra acronyms that was added on?
I'm confused. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so fucking confused. I actually met someone, a female that I went on a date with, and to me, she looked like a stud.
Okay.
When I met her, she looked like a stud. When we went on our date, she looked like a soft stud. I don't know if you guys know what a soft stud is. They're not like...
That is what we would call...
No label?
No, she would not be a no label. Nice try though.
Back in the day,
some of them are considered no labels because they do not want to be considered labeled by the way that they dress or the way that they appear. And some of them just honestly just don't like the labels. They like being who they are. But so depending on where you are, she would have been considered a soft stud or Aggie, aka androgynous.
What the fuck type of Aggie and big words? Like, what? You gotta break it down for me.
I try not to say that.
So basically,
that sounds like a no label to me.
Yes, it kind of sort of does, but once again, when you're referring to the LGBTQ community, everything has its place and every acronym has its own meaning. So for androgynous, she is more of a person that plays in between her masculine side and feminine side.
Basically, she don't know what she want to be.
No, it's not that she doesn't know what she wants to be. It's more so she is comfortable being both femme and dom.
Yeah.
She may prefer to have more of a butch look when you see her, or a stud look sometimes. But then she has those days where she feels like, hey, I'm going to put on a nice girl pantsuit.
Don't you think that's confusing to the female that she's dating?
Well, okay, so that's my thing. I feel like a lot of people need to be clear and upfront with the type of person that they are, so there is no confusion. Lisa Lee looks like she has a
I
question.
have something to say. And the only thing that I have to say is why should we keep on adding extra letters on for people that don't know what it is that they want to be? They put the no label. So I feel like that those people should, I mean, and not, I'm not saying those people because I hate saying that because it sounds like they're not human. And I don't want nobody to feel that they're not fucking human. But if you don't have a specific, then why can't you just go under no label? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, so that's the thing. So if you look down the list and the long acronyms that they have, there's actually no label for no label. So they will be considered androgynous.
I feel like that's false advertisement though. Because if I meet you and you look like a fucking stud, because I like studs. Like, I would make out with a femme and I
Okay.
check out femmes because I like everything about a girl. But I want to be in a relationship with a stud. So if I meet you as a stud
That's
and
what
then
you
we
want.
go out and you come as a girly girl, that's going to throw me off because, and I even heard, what is it? It's another word that they use, sexual affluent. I had to Google that shit
but
because I didn't know what it meant.
But the sad part is that it throws you off. But the whole reason why you look at a female is because of their femme, or it didn't matter to you at that point. But then you wanted to label it. You see what I'm saying? As I would rather a femme, but I can be attracted to a stud, but I'm attracted to a femme as well. Like, but if they turn out to be a femme after the first date, then you're just
Right. All right. So
It's
here's
a
the
no
thing.
label.
Here's the thing. Honestly and truthfully, I don't see it. I don't see any issue with that if it was discussed. If she discussed with you, hey, sometimes I feel like I like to dress like a stud, and sometimes I feel like I like to dress like a femme. Or she tells you, hey, I don't know which way the day's gonna go. I might show up looking like a girl, or I might show up looking like a girl guy.
But that would be the second
No, that will
encounter after I
So
went
that's what I'm
after
saying.
you as a femme. So I
Right.
get where she's coming from.
right. No,
She went on a date with a-
Because I'm saying,
No,
I thought it
but
was a stud.
I could approach someone as a femme, like you are feminine. I mean,
No,
you're a femme.
Well,
No,
her
sorry,
thing,
you're
she's
a dom. Right, you're a dom this day, right? But then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm feeling you, and I give you my number and this, that, and the third, and then I'm like, okay, well, we can meet for drinks or something, and then when I show up, you a whole femme. You see
right.
what I'm saying?
But that's
Like-
what I'm saying. So that's exactly why I said I feel like in that
They're just
situation
confused on what
they're
they
not
wanna-
confused.
I feel like they're
The-
confused of what side they want to be on.
No.
Feminine side or the
No, they're
Not
not. They're not
necessarily. They can
confused.
still
Okay,
want
so
to be with a
basically,
woman.
if y'all want to get technical,
This is
I
why I'm
don't-
with a woman.
I don't go by. I preferably don't go by any labels. My appearance alone will make people assume that hey, she's a stud.
And
That
that's
is
what
all
you
it is. No, I am not a stud. Actually, I'm Danella. I'm not a stud.
You're not a dom?
I'm not a dom either. I'm
So
Danella.
you're Danella. Okay.
So at the end of the day,
but
I
for
don't.
somebody that don't know you, they'll
Right.
consider you
That-
as a
that's
stud,
what I
stud
just.
and
That's
a
what I
dom.
just said. People that see me will consider me to be a stud or a dom or butch or a dyke, which is that's a lot of people's
What the fuck
favorite
is a
word.
butch?
A butch is still a
So,
stud
yeah.
or a
That's-
dom.
it's
It's
a-
just
why-
different words.
It's a term that
So,
people
okay.
used back in the day.
No,
yes.
it's not even
No, it makes
necessary.
sense.
I've
that
never
it's
heard
so
them
90s.
use it now.
First,
Okay, so
to tell you the
butch
truth,
is not
whenever-
really. Hold on. Butch is really not necessarily. Is not necessarily a older word. It's actually once again LGBTQ community wise. There are different words that people use for different races. In certain races, like if you were Caucasian, you would be considered a butch.
True.
If you are
Okay.
African American,
Like that.
Hispanic, or anything of brown or skin descent, they consider you to be a stud, a dom, a soft stud, androgynous. Even there are Caucasian females that are definitely androgynous. You guys got to understand that regardless, at the end of the day, we're all females.
I understand that, but I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna say this is just to say this. When I was growing up, as you know, when I went to Columbia, I had my high school. My first girlfriend. I thought I met her at a party. I thought she was a whole nigga, a whole dude.
Wow. Yeah.
But when we did the do,
You can say it. It's okay.
yeah, we did the
When y'all fuck.
When y'all fuck.
when
Because
we had sex,
Okay.
it was like, okay, where's the ding-a-ling?
Where's the dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, bitch, I'm not comfortable.
God,
with
man.
this
It's
saying.
okay.
Listen, she's new to this. She don't even
How
understand
we
She
roll.
have
We
her
roll.
that
words.
we say dick, penis,
Let her
vagina.
be great.
Pussy.
Can
Let
y'all
her
just let me be great?
Okay,
Sorry,
we gonna let it be
sorry,
great.
Sorry,
So,
be great.
Because I had a friend, she was a femme. I met a femme, like she was one of me. I knew she was gay. And I knew that she had a girlfriend. And she had a little party. I went, okay. Started dancing, you know, warming up to people. Because I'm not a girl that warm up to people at all. But I guess I'm out here, so I might as well make some friends. So I danced with this girl, we chilling. Well, I thought she was a dude at first. It was dark. I thought it was a dude. So we talked for a while. We did the do. Okay. Shit happens. I was drunk. So,
It's a no judgment zone.
Right.
so we,
No judgment.
the next morning, I wakes up. I'm looking, I'm like, where's the whole girl?
Where the pee-pee?
Where the pee? So I'm looking at
Where
her
the
like,
pee-pee?
now I'm looking at her like, you, the whole time you could have
False
told me
advertisement.
that you was a woman, a
Do
girl.
you get mad though?
Right.
Or no? Like, how do you
Well,
react to
yes,
that?
I fucking got my custom bitch out. Like, bitch, I like dick. But the way you ate that cooch, hey.
Listen.
Like, I didn't have to tell you what I want, this, that, and the other. I applaud her for that. But you could have just told me, because you don't know if I wanted a girl or a boy.
Right. Yeah.
So after I calmed down, you know, I guess I really wanted to beat her ass and all that. So I can't.
But
I
there's
stepped
a lot.
off.
I mean,
I
but
stepped off. Did I 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1? Cool down. Went back talking to her. I said at the end of the day, you cool, but I could try this. Something new. Then I went to school. Oh, bitch, you on your mouth. So
you
now
got
we talk about
Naked,
like
get your
your baby
ass
gay.
whooped.
Nah, but I'm not gay. I'm not no lesbian. I ain't bisexual. I ain't none of that. But it could have been turned out that way. But okay. End of the story. Short story. Whatever the case is. Me per se came back from Columbia. Went back to High Point. I met another Dom. This one. Met her. Now we cool. We straight cooling. Met the family. I said, okay. And I told her what happened. She was like, she explained to me why, you know, she broke it down, basically. It made me understand. I said, okay, but at the same time, the bitch could have told me.
Yeah, she could have been honest. I mean, but that goes back to
Like,
like
I'm really
right,
giving her
dropping
all
it,
that.
yeah.
Dropping
just giving it all to her, giving it all to her.
Hey, thinking I'm doing it to her.
I mean, that goes back to the thing I was saying to Shay Love. You know what I'm saying? It's certain situations where I feel like a person needs to actually make it known, like, hey, I dress femme sometimes.
I do.
I mean, that would throw me off too. But you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like I
it's
said,
not that she dressed like femme.
yeah,
She
it's
dressed like a whole
it's
nigga.
no, that's fine. But regardless
Yeah,
of
but she's
anything,
saying that-
in her situation, it was a stud when she first met her. Then it was a femme when they went out. So
Piece of
I
cat.
always feel like people should be open
And honest.
and honest about everything.
Which is nowadays it's actually being put out there more because of these situations that
Oh, back
have,
then.
Right.
have
Yeah.
happened back then
That's
to
right.
where I mean we're in a different space just in general with this whole thing, and I'm not saying that it's a thing. I'm not saying that you guys are not human or anything like that. Because like, I don't care what you want to do when the doors is closed. That's not my business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's not my business. So I'm gonna treat you the same way, whether it's
Right.
I just know what it is that I want.
I mean, look,
But-
at the end of the day, I look at it like this, because I'm gonna move on to another question. I'm gonna ask somebody else another question.
Yeah, but can I say this?
Hold
This
on,
one
but
thing?
at the end of the day, y'all gotta understand that as a lesbian, there are certain rights that we had to fight for.
Mhm.
There are certain privileges that we had to fight for. There are still certain battles that we gotta fight for.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I do fully understand feminine women who meet a stud, and that stud turns around to be a different thing than what she presented initially.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely at any time there should be a conversation. I grew up with females that literally carried themselves as guys, and I watched one of my good friends actually get her ass beat by a girl because the girl thought she was a dude. And
That was what I was getting.
before it happened, I told my friend, I was like, listen, I go to school with Shorty. She not about that gay life. Like, if you gonna come at her, like, come at her as who you are. Don't come at her with no fake phony stuff. No, don't hit her with the my name is and shorten it up so you sound like a dude. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. It won't work if you come that way. So, you know, Shorty wound up, you know, dancing with her and everything. But this is one of my friends that literally walked around with her strap on like she was a real dude. You know what I'm saying? At that point in my mind, I'm only like 14, 15, so I'm not understanding that there's an option for you to be a transgender at this point. So I'm just like, nigga, you need to chill. By the end of the fucking party, Shorty beat her ass from the top of the hill to the bottom of the fucking hill. Because she's just like, that's not what she's into.
Yeah,
But is
I was
that
just about
really
to
a
say this.
transgender
I was just about to say
situation?
that too.
Oh, go ahead.
Cause what if I would have been a petty bitch and killed the bitch right then and there?
Right, you know what I'm saying? And
This
then
is
you would have
why-
got, but
that's a
see,
good point.
the
And I
sad
got-
part, but the
Yeah,
sad
I
part
would've
about
went to
that,
jail and with
you
a
would have went
hate
to
crime.
jail, yep, and you would have got a hate crime
for it.
because
but they wouldn't understand why
you
they
did it, yeah.
But the thing about me per se, I know lesbians, I know gay guys, I know
Yeah, you know a lot of people.
yeah, but I know not even growing up. It was like a couple years back.
Yeah.
I know I don't know, and I don't want to call them the F word.
Oh, queers.
That queers,
Queers.
but they dress like us,
Women, yeah. Feminine.
I love
feminine
them.
guys, but they were still looking like dudes though.
They be like,
I love them.
I love them too. Don't get me wrong, I love them.
Yeah.
But I be telling them, I'm like, look, we going to the clubs or that you know the club is dark.
Yeah.
Y'all start dancing with these
You gotta be
Straight-
careful.
straight dudes,
Yeah.
and I know they straight, cause I know the dudes they
Yeah,
dancing with,
they messing
and
with.
not messing with, but dancing with.
Yeah,
And I know how they're gonna feel once they find out you're a dude.
right.
But I also try to tell them like, look, even though you're dancing with these straight dudes, you also got to turn around like, hey, I'm a dude. And
Yeah, or let them have the option.
to choose.
But
Yeah.
I feel
And
like,
know
why
what?
you
There's a
dancing
comment
with
that I
them?
have on that.
But they think
Because at the end of the day, they think
got
that
a
they're
fat ass.
female.
they think they're
you know,
female.
But you know what? You have some. This is what I don't like, and you know, I'm listening to everybody. This is what I don't like, and I noticed this as years been going. You know, as you know, whatever dealing with transgenders. What I don't like is the bashing towards transgender men turning into women or becoming women because of the fact that a straight man see one of them being attractive, and then you know when they finally tell you about them, you want to bash them because either A, they don't want you, or B, because of the fact that it didn't work out. I've seen a lot of them. I'm cool with one of them now. Well, or a lot of them, but I'm cool with one of them went through a whole lot that I do know of. And this dude like bashed her, dogged her and everything, all
Wait.
because of the fact that
He
she didn't want to be with him no more.
So here's the
So
thing.
it went from, oh, well, you this and you that. But I'm sorry, boo, you were just sleeping with her not too long ago. Like, don't do the bashing. I hate that.
So
then the whole
thing.
posting their picture talking about they went from this to that. But I bet you were in that DM at the same time. Like,
But they were.
how you
at the
doing?
end of the
See,
day,
the
like,
thing
hate
is,
that.
is that what I get from that whole situation is, and it's really touchy. It's really
It's real
touchy to the
touchy.
point that like I'm welling up to
Mhm.
cry because these men or these women that are changing, they expect that when I change, regardless, I am no longer seen as a male. I am a female.
But
So I shouldn't have to tell you about my past. I get that. I get that 110%, but then
But at the
there's
same
still people because I mean, it's different.
Mhm.
It's different, but like the only thing is,
I mean,
I don't know. I think that
It's
if it was me,
It's 50-50.
if it was me in that
That's
whole
not the
situation,
reason
no,
why.
because I feel bad. I really feel bad about that situation. Whether it's man transforming into female or female transforming into male, I still feel that. Like I still feel it within my heart, and that shit make me sad. Because at the end of the day, I went through this whole fucking process to eliminate me being a male or me being a female, and I still have to fucking go through it. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say you have to,
Right. Yeah.
but I mean, there's just some people that if they find out and they dig, because that's what people do nowadays, because everything is so fucked up in society. And when I say it's fucked up in society, to the point where you gotta go do an investigation on the motherfucking nigga. Because granted, if we wasn't where we are today, nobody would have even found out that John was Susan. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They wouldn't have found that they was John or
Oh, yeah.
Susan, but we got so much technology to the point that we're searching that shit, and to the point that you will find out that John was Susie. And when you find out that Susie was John, I mean, I get we can flip it, but when we find out that Susie was John, now you want to jump down their motherfucking throat, but you've been fucking that for the longest motherfucking time.
But
So it's like, so now the only thing that comes, and I don't mean to turn that way, I want to talk to everybody, but the only thing that comes from that situation is that I've been fucking Susie for 30 plus fucking years. I'm not saying it'd be that long, but I've been fucking Susie for 30 plus years. Now what the fuck do? You can't do shit. You wanna know why you can't do shit? Because you're in love. And that's another topic that we can talk about another motherfucking time, because we're talking about something right now. But love is a bitch, and I'm gonna say that from this one, and then we'll talk about that shit on another one.
But I also feel like we can't forget. So the way that I feel about it, I feel like, for one, I feel like you need to understand, and I'm just gonna say this. I mean, I'm gonna bring race into it. For a man to be a black man, and then to be a gay man or a transgender man, you gotta understand that no one chooses that. That's already double trouble. Being black and being gay. So obviously it's something inside of them that make them feel like, you know what, I'm in the wrong body. So I have nothing but love for them.
Exactly.
I don't feel no type of
Exactly.
way about them.
I love my queer transgender man. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you should always give the other man an option.
Nah.
Well, there's no
choose.
option.
No,
if
not
I would,
option.
if
To choose.
okay, so I feel like I see where you're coming
To
from.
choose whether they
but
still want to mess with you or
right.
not.
I see where you're coming from, but I feel like it's more so on the terms of pre-op versus post-op. Post-op, I done had my dick cut off. It's turned into a vagina. And now I'm a female.
I don't have to tell you shit.
I done changed my birth certificate because now my past is my dead past. I don't have to tell you shit at that point.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Is it nice? Is it nice and respectful for some people? Yes, it definitely is. But as a pre-op, that means that I still have this dick and it still gets hard. Yeah, I feel like you should definitely disclose the fact that, hey, I am a man,
but
I am very feminine. I am in my process of
Okay.
going through X,
but
Y,
at
and
the
Z.
same time, I feel like either your post op, whatever the case may be, still disclosure.
No.
Still disclose.
No,
that,
no,
yeah,
because
my
after
past,
because what you gotta
I've been like,
understand.
for instance, me and you been
like we're
fucking
just
with each
sitting
other.
here going in
Like,
fucking circles.
me
Because
and
I
you
just
been
talked
fucking
about
with each
this
other.
whole situation. If they have turned their whole life around, and this is what I was saying when I say that
Yeah, they turn
they shouldn't have.
They should have. No, I feel like they should
No.
have disclosed that.
They shouldn't, and I feel
No,
I
because
Why?
if I
Why?
have
No, hold
turned-
on. You gotta understand. Listen
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
reasoning
yeah,
why.
because she
Because
had
everybody
a
has
reason.
their own opinion.
She had a
Yeah,
reason.
Why do you
because
feel
I feel
like-
like even though they changed their past, yeah, they cost their ding ding out. You a female now, but I feel like you messing like me and you. We talking to each other. We like 3 years in.
Mhm.
You a nigga.
Mhm.
You a nigga. I'm a transgender woman.
Mhm.
You're a straight dude, right? I done changed my done cut the ding ding off and all that.
Mhm.
I feel like at one point I should have just up and told you. Yeah, when we met. Yeah, I was.
But why?
What you
Why?
mean? Because
How would she fucking
not?
find out if I
Well, okay,
didn't
so
tell
listen,
you?
I was about to say,
How?
you would,
'Cause the
okay,
reason
so,
why I
I'm like,
no,
she
the
wasn't
reason why I say
listening.
this because some people, like you said, technology is a motherfucker.
right, I mean,
Social
yeah, you can
media
go
is a
back.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you could
You can
always go
go
back
back
and
to-
track
Yeah,
to when I
but-
was.
Yeah,
But
at the
hold
same
on.
time,
No.
the
Let me
reason why
stop
I
you
say-
there.
No,
Let me stop you there.
No, let me keep going.
No, just let me
keep
stop you
going.
right there real
'Cause
quick.
motherfuckers get
Just let me
killed
stop
like
you
that.
right. No, let me stop you right
Okay.
there. Now, and I'm not trying to speak for the transgender community. I'm not saying every transgender
Right.
does this. I'm
No,
not,
we're not
saying,
saying that.
any
Just-
transgender does it. What I'm saying is if I go through the procedure as me being a man, if I go through the procedure as me transferring from man to woman, you think I ain't gonna fucking delete every fucking thing I need to delete?
I agree.
You think I ain't gonna change the name that I had in the past for you to even search? So at the end of the day, there's just like, okay, so there's this thing I do because I found like I find it to be funny, right? Because I don't know if you guys could tell based on the cameras or anything like that. I do have like
Yeah, you have whiskers.
I have
Whiskers.
I have almost a beard.
But some girls do.
whiskers.
Right. I mean I know grown ass, old ass women.
Mustache.
Well,
I just shaved my
You know what I'm saying?
whiskers off.
I'm not saying I don't shave
I'm a whole
mine. I don't
straight
shave
woman.
mine because I have a fear that it's just gonna grow back bigger.
It is.
So I know grown women that have this. So I play a game, and my game is basically, hey, listen, I'm not fully transgender. But I am going through the process of transition.
So you false
Yes.
advertising?
Hold on, no, it's
She
a
did it to
game.
me.
False advertising.
No, it's
No,
a
wait,
game.
she
It's
did
a
it to
game
me.
because I need to see how you feel.
She did it to
Because
me.
at the end of the day,
Let me see that straight.
my biggest thing, the biggest thing that I like to do is down here. The biggest thing that I like to do is I play this game, and the only reason why I play this game is because the simple fact that I need to know what type of person you really are. You know what I'm saying? I need to know if you really feel like if you tell me you love me, I need to know that you really love me. Now, mind you, I should not play this game. Sorry to my transgender community.
But listen.
But hold on, let me
Wait,
finish.
'cause I got something
Sorry to
comment
my
on that.
transgender community, but in all reality, I do this thing, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going through this process. I feel like I want to transition. I actually want to become a man. This, that, and the third. Hey, how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? Now that we've been this far into our relationship, I tell you, hey, babe, I want to transition. I actually want to become a male because I feel like I identify more with a male than a female. So within the next couple of months, this is what I'm going to do. So first is going to be my breasts, hormones, and I mean not hormones, testosterone, and then you know, I'll see how it goes as far as the whole penis part, right? So I asked her that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did. And I was just like, how would you feel about that?
My response was, oh, okay. because I already dated a transgender before, so it didn't bother me. I was just like, oh,
It bothers
so
me.
Well, I'm just saying on my end, it didn't bother me because
If I
I've
wanted to
dated
be
one
with a man, I
before.
would have been with a man.
So that's
Right,
how
but
I feel.
I have family. I have
Basically.
certain family members who
you
went from
transgender,
female to a guy.
you-
I have a whole bunch of friends are. So when she said it to me, I was like, oh, okay, so when is the surgery? When is this and that? And she goes, no. It's like, no, I'm just playing. I was like, oh, okay.
But
She's real excited.
Like, I was ready.
She's
I
on
was
a new
like,
journey.
But at the same time, but
Right.
it's like,
but
if
that's
you telling me this, if I wanted to be with a man, I would be with a man.
That's
Okay.
how I feel.
So that's how you
So
feel.
me
Now
as a
listen.
bisexual,
Now listen. What you gotta understand though is
Remind you, I'm not gay.
she's not gay. What I gotta remind you anyway,
I just have a lot of lesbians.
all together. What I gotta remind you of is right, because see, people have a problem with and I might be using the wrong term, so I am about to refer to my iPad real quick, but I might be using the wrong term, so I'm gonna try to get the right term for it.
Don't get me wrong. I love my transgender, gay, dyke, butch, whatever you want, female, feminine. I love them all. But I choose what I want to choose. Don't tell me.
Okay.
Don't tell me that you a man.
Okay,
the whole time you
so
gonna be a female.
technically, if you think about it, once you become emotionally
attached
and endowed into a person, right?
Mhm.
And once you become sexually with a person, and once you become a mental person, and this is why I say to the utmost, if you're a spiritual being,
Mhm.
that person telling you that they want to transition, it's never going to change your heart. It's never going to change your mind. Would it be an easy transition for you because you are used to being with a female? Hell no. It's not even easy for the person going through the transition because there's certain situations where if you miss a certain amount of your T, as they call it, or your testosterone, you kind of sort of become angry and agitated and aggressive. And when a person calls you, say you're going through this process, you done chopped off your boobs, and somebody's still calling you a girl, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, it fucks with you. So at the end of the day, that's when I say it takes a real woman or a real man to love a person beyond what they see. Most lesbians and most bisexual females, from what I've seen, they are all about the physical. It's about the physical. They never get past that physical level with that person. So physically, you have the titties, you have the ass, you have a pussy, I'm great. Or for a guy, it's you have a chest, you have abs, you have a big dick, and I like your butthole.
But I know for me as a bisexual, speaking on that, I have strong feelings towards that. Like I feel like I'm bi, but I've been with a girl. My past relationship was a few years, and I've been with guys before. I've never flip-flopped. And I think bisexual gets a lot of heat for that, but I don't flip-flop. If I'm with a girl, I'm with the girl.
Well, okay, so so
bi-
this is, I'm gonna tell you why bisexuals, or why I feel like bisexuals.
But let me finish
get a
telling
lot
you
of heat.
why I wouldn't accept somebody a girl that tells me she decides to
She's
like go through the
transitioning.
process.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, because when I'm with a girl, I've never used a dildo. I'm a true believer in, I like titties on top of titties, pussy on top of pussy, everything about a girl.
Hey.
If you're gonna choose to go get a dick, then I might as well go be with a nigga.
Hey.
That's how I really believe on some real ass
agree with
shit.
that.
I love you, but I got with you because you have a pum pum.
Right.
Dead ass.
Now, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you a situation.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yes,
Here we go.
I'm that guy. So here we go with this situation, right? You are.
Shout out to Jazzy Faye.
Hey. So big time.
Big boy, I know
Big
you don't
time
fuck
forward.
with me right now, but hey, I still love you, yo.
Okay, so big time forward, like that ass. All right, so in this situation, right?
Here we go.
You love females, you love the whole aspect, the anatomy, and that's why you're attracted to females. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted a nigga and you want a dick, you'll go to a nigga, right? Now, before I cut to this break, all I need you to do is answer this question.
Oh Lord.
If you are in love with a female and this female says, babe, I want to dick you down, are you going to let her?
Because I'm a freak, I'm going to say yes.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
yes.
But
hold on. So when
I
she
want to
does
be with
it,
a nigga, I'm gonna be with a nigga.
right? That's fine.
I love
But what I'm saying,
That's
what I'm
because
saying,
I love her, though.
right? Because
and I'm
you
open
love her.
to experiment.
Right now, when we come back, I promise you guys, because there's a lot of films and I'm the only stud, and I miss my Jazzy Faye right now.
Shout out
because-
Jazzy
Jazzy! You feel me? I miss my Jazzy because listen, she would be right here on my hip, boy. That's my man's.
Right at
But
it.
honestly and truthfully, like when we come back, right? I'ma piggyback off of what she just said because this is some real shit. A lot of females do not want penetration, but if their stud requests or their dom or in certain situations their androgynous female requests is, hey, let me strap up, they definitely will let them do it. Now we gonna pause because I love you guys, and we gonna go ahead and hit this commercial break. We gonna go refill these cups. We might hit us a cigarette.
Now we're going to take shots. We're going to come back leaning like we was the last time.
Alright, we all gonna take shots.
We're going to get turned up.
I can't deny it. We're gonna take shots.
We're going to get turned up.
I got somebody gonna be taking me home.
Okay. So when we come back, I most definitely will piggyback off this last comment because I love this shit. And I know y'all love it too.
Cause we love it.
So, hey, go ahead. Stay tuned in. Stay locked in. You know we hit all 2020 quarantine. Hey, we got y'all attention.
We got the hand sanitizer on deck.
Hey,
Hazmat.
sanitizer, put it on my hands.
And
Put it
what?
on my hands.
And all you people, y'all need to stay in the house so we can get this shit over with.
Look at it.